Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, August 11th. Another really short and straightforward briefing this morning. A really quiet, low-impact week continues here across all of Southeast Idaho. Plenty of clear skies, sunshine, still occasionally a little hint of smoke or haze out there from some upstream wildfires, but certainly nothing as significant as what we saw late last week. And as indicated here, still not seeing enough wind to reach critical fire weather criteria in terms of a red flag. Certainly the relative humidity values are drying out, but without seeing any organized systems coming through here in the next few days, just not going to get there on the wind. Overall forecast confidence remains quite high through the next several days, and we'll also continue to see warming temperatures, and I'll show you those here in just a moment. So things will start to change here in just a few days. Maybe some isolated thunderstorms as early as Friday now. We were originally talking about Saturday onward. Might see a chance of some of that activity creeping into the picture now starting Friday. And then Saturday also looking quite isolated. Precipitation chances certainly trend higher starting Sunday, heading into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. I think that's really going to be the targeted period for better chances of showers and thunderstorms for most of the region, again starting Sunday. Confidence little on the low side as far as how thunderstorm coverage and even occurrence may play out here on Friday and Saturday as we start to transition between these two weather regimes. Taking a look at the satellite loop this morning, nothing really of significance to point out. I do have a few clouds, a little bit of moisture being picked up in the area here. That's on the tail southwest fringes of a system that crossed Montana. Not expecting to really see any impacts out of that activity. Weather and impacts outlook here for the next 5 days. We start out quiet, and then we trend into the heat, and we trend toward that moisture. We continue to highlight here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday the eastern Magic Valley and also the South Hills. This will include most of the valleys across the southern highlands, even all the way over to about Malta, with the best chance of seeing upper 90s, maybe a few readings getting very close to 100 degrees, particularly Friday, Saturday timeframe. Everywhere else, it will be warm, and we're generally expecting 90s for just about all lower elevation areas of our forecast area here over the 3 days, again, particularly Friday, Saturday. But this continues to look like the main corridor here for the greatest temperatures, highest temperatures into the upper 90s. Here's those chances of a few isolated thunderstorm cells, perhaps on Friday and Saturday in our mountain areas. Not so much down into the Wood River Valley based on what we're seeing right now. Not so much down into the Snake Plain or the Eastern Magic Valley or even the South Hills. And starting today, we'll start to get some more high-res guidance coming in here where we'll be able to start digging in a little bit more and try to refine this forecast and see whether we will see a few of these thunderstorms Friday, Saturday. Finally, look at this, Sunday. Here comes a better chance of some of those isolated to scattered perhaps coverage thunderstorms. Again, mountains will be targeted, but we may see some of that start to creep down into lower elevations, including the Snake Plain. And I think Sunday onward, again, is your best chance for several days of precipitation chances. Regional view of watches, warnings, and advisories. Nothing in effect for our area this morning. Again, the weather is quite quiet and low impact for the next several days. You can actually see right up here in the upper left, the very edge of an excessive heat warning that is in effect. And like we've been talking for a couple days, yes, it's going to get hotter here in southeast Idaho, but the brunt of this next heat wave still looks like it's really going to target areas to the north and west of our forecast area, particularly in portions of Oregon and Washington. Very similar to some of the other heat waves we saw earlier this summer. So unfortunately, they'll get hit again up there. High temperatures today over here on the left. You'll see readings getting up into the lower 80s for places like Island Park and Driggs, mid 80s up in Stanley, almost 90 in Chalice, and then much better chance of approaching 90 degrees down here across the Snake Plain, the Eastern Magic Valley, and the Southern Valleys. For our fire weather partners, here's a look on the right of minimum relative humidity values this afternoon, and we will see some values near or at critical, that 15% threshold that we use for fire weather, certainly out here over the Arco Desert and even across the south in some areas. And next few days, I think we'll see very similar values, maybe trending a bit drier than this each afternoon as we head into Thursday and also Friday before we start to back off a little bit, get a little bit more moisture in here. So here's high temperatures Thursday and Friday. Thursday here on the left, Friday here on the right. Warming trend in progress, and by Friday you can see all lower elevation locales just about are 90 or above, with some readings in the upper 90s like Shoshone at 99, Burley 97, 97 down to Malad as well. And then heading through the weekend, that heat continues here on the left for Saturday. Readings generally in the 90s and even some upper 90s. But here by Sunday, remember, Sunday's our first day of that transition into a much better chance of some showers and thunderstorms, and you can see the temperatures back off just a little bit into the mid 80s to mid 90s across southeast Idaho. And that's what we're looking at for the next 5 days or so. As always, please feel free to reach out to us with any questions, concerns, or feedback. Everybody have a great Wednesday.